Hey everybody, I'm back, and as you can see, the hardware portion of this Mini-ITX Media Center build is basically complete. Now I say basically because I ran into one snag with this case, and that is it has USB 3.0 inputs on the front, and this motherboard does not have USB 3.0 inputs. So I had to order a USB 3.0 to 2.0 adapter. Should be here before the week is over, and we'll take care of that really quick. Other than that, I really like this case. It is basically the perfect case for this build. As you can see here with some creative wiring, like I mentioned in the second video in the series I made, I use the wiring harness and the zip ties, as well as bending a few wires, not so much that you hamper any connections or data transfer, but just enough to make it easy to move around and easy to keep tidy. With that, you really don't have any wasted space in this case. Everything fits perfectly. Like I said, we have the hard drive and solid state drive down here. Optical drive rests right on top of that, very nice. Motherboard, processor, and heatsink all sit here in this little area. RAM rests on the motherboard as usual, and it has plenty of clearance. It's not getting in the way of anything. Power supply is over there in the corner. Very small, not too loud of a fan, and the Thermaltake case fan rests over there. And it's got enough room that it's not going to have trouble getting any airflow to the components. All in all though, this is a very nice case. If you're considering a Mini-ITX build, I would definitely recommend it. There's even room, even though I didn't use it, for a small form factor PCIe graphics card. I've seen a lot of people put some of the slimmer dedicated graphics cards in there for playing games, but like I said, the family who's going to be using this, their main concern is movies and TV shows, not exactly gaming, so I really didn't need to worry about that. And with that being said, I will try to see how this system handles games and things like that, because my only concern about this build is right here, the processor. It's a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Intel Celeron processor, and while reviews say that it can handle 1080p playback, DTS HD pass-through audio, and Netflix streaming, things like that, you never really know until you try it for yourself. So I'm hoping to maybe record some benchmarking tests, get some scores, performance, indexes for you guys, and see how it handles maybe some classic emulation. If we can get this to play Nintendo 64, maybe Dreamcast games, that would be really neat. And like I said, then it would make it pretty much the ideal media center setup. This wasn't very expensive compared to some of the other media centers I've seen, and compared to the one I put together for our family. So I think this is a really good option, and like I said, time will tell just how good of an option it is. As for the sound, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here real quick. And as you can tell, it's actually not that loud. I haven't really tested it with the cover closed. I will do that shortly. Maybe tweak the fan settings so they're quiet enough that you don't hear them from a distance. Because I'm not really concerned with the noise level right and close to it like we are now, but rather maybe from across the room. Say if you're sitting on a couch and this is on your AV receiver or something like that, because that's what's really important with media centers. As long as it's not too loud, under load, I think we'll be fine. Anyways, with that being said, since the hardware is done, the next step is going to be software. I'm going to hopefully continue this series with some videos on how I get it set up, how I get it configured, any scripts, any special tools, any special changes I make to XBMC, things like that, because I know a lot of people are curious about how I get that working. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments or things you want to see, just let me know in the comments section, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. As always, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys around.